everyone, I'm Bryan Neider, CEO of AbilityPath, and welcome to our update. Today is Monday, July 20th. We have a lot of important news for you. The first piece is going to be coming out of Sacramento, and then we're going to close at the end with some updates in Washington, D.C. So first, late Friday night, the Department of Developmental Services sent us some new guidelines. They've extended the current model, which is primarily virtual services, going through the end of August. They do have some guidelines of what September might look like. In a town hall we held last week for participants in all of our adult programs, family members, caregivers, I'd indicated that I thought this was going to be the direction just given where the COVID numbers are at. So this is an appropriate call from the state. We appreciate their support. We're going to give you more updates of what the future might look like as we sift through the latest guidelines coming out of the Department of Developmental Services. So again, we're going to continue to provide ongoing updates with town halls for all of our programs, but certainly in this case specifically for adult programs as well as children's therapy, because there's some announcements in there impacting children's therapy and early intervention services as well. You can always go to our website, abilitypath.org/resources. And on that, we have COVID-19 specific items and we can check the latest news. So I encourage you to go to the website and keep checking that out. So the other thing that we've done here in the last month is we've launched a very extensive internal diversity, equity, and inclusion program. We've created a committee. All of our board members are going to be part of this, obviously the executive team, leadership, and all of our staff. So we're taking this very, very seriously. And I think it's an important move for our organization. Our mission is about inclusion, and we need to make sure that we're looking at all aspects of what diversity, inclusion, and equity look like. I had a chance to participate with two other of our executive team members this week with a Markkula Center at Santa Clara University, which is an ethics-based program. And we had a session that talked about diversity and inclusion. And it was incredibly enlightening, and a lot of things that come to light. It's just an enormous amount of personal work that I think we need to do to be better aware of a lot of issues that many members of our community face. One thing that resonated with me was when the instructor gave kind of an example of what privilege looks like. And he was describing, someone hopping on a plane flying east and someone hopping on a plane and flying west, arriving at the same destination. Somebody could be leaving with tailwinds, and they're going to get there faster, it'll be smoother, it'll be easier, but they'll still arrive at the same destination. Someone flying against headwinds could have turbulence, they're going to burn more fuel, it's going to be a bumpier ride, and it's going to be harder, but they'll eventually get there as well. And that sort of was a huge, eye-opener and a very clear descriptor of what privilege looks like. And I think we need to be aware that many in our community, are flying against headwinds. And it's all of us to make that ride smoother, make it easier so that we're all on a even playing field and that everybody has equal access, equal opportunity, and is supported along the way. So again, I just wanted to share with you one little snippet on that from the Markkula Center, and I thought that was a very good descriptor. So we're excited about the program, and we'll keep you posted as we move forward. It's obviously a learning process, but I'm really pleased with how our entire organization is embracing a deeper dive and a lot more work in this area. It's important for us and important for our community that we really are an example of what diversity, equity, and inclusion looks like. The next piece is this coming week is the 30th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. This is obviously an important milestone. Many portions of the act were modeled after California's Landryman Act, which is so important for providing access. It is all about inclusion, acceptance, respect in the community, which is kind of our key important messages and pillars of our values. So July 26th is when we're going to celebrate that. We'll have more news about what it looks like in terms of how we're going to recognize this very important milestone, obviously for so many, and clearly for us, for the folks that we serve, having equal opportunity and access to all of life's riches, whether it's in the workplace, in schools, in the community at large. The next piece is what's happening in Washington, D.C. There's a lot going on right now with the latest bills in Congress to continue to support so many different aspects of how COVID is impacting our communities and providing support to make sure we can all get through this. And so the U.S. Senate's going to reconvene in the coming week. We're going to need all of you to support moving the bills forward so we can have a resolution in this impasse that's taking place right now. Some of the priorities in the fourth support package are to increase federal funding for home and community-based services. That's part of what we do under the Medicaid Act. Also increase access to personal protective equipment. It's going to be critical for all direct service providers such as AbilityPath. So we want to make sure there's ample funding to continue with that. The cost for us to maintain cleaning and safe environment is significant. So, we do very deep cleaning all the time in all of our locations. And that includes a lot of deep cleaning, making sure we have ample masks, hand sanitizers, infrared thermometers, and you can go through the list. So we want to make sure that we get funding going forward for all service providers across the nation, and that's going to be one of the key aspects of the bill. We're also looking for, the bill's going to be expanding eligibility for economic impact payments to adult dependents and another round of payments in general for the communities at large. This is important. So again, we don't know the details of what they're negotiating right now between the House and the Senate, but that's one of the other aspects. And lastly, it's going to be the paid leave eligibility for family caregivers. And this is really important for caregivers with adults or children that have disabilities, including siblings and grandparents. We want to make sure that they're able to care for their loved ones during COVID, because we still have a state of emergency across California. So this is, again, a very, very important aspect of the bill's provisions. As we get more details, we'll let you know. When there's a call to action, we'll also update you on that. So in closing, again, I hope everyone's having an enjoyable summer during these incredibly unusual times. Want to thank you for your support. I'm really proud of the work all of our teams are doing. We're going to continue to hold town halls for all of our programs and all of our communities. And again, it's up to all of us to work together to maintain good practices around health and safety, ensuring that we're protecting not only ourselves, but those loved ones that we're with, that we see, as well as our neighbors and friends in the community. So be sure to wear your mask, good hand hygiene, hand sanitizer, maintain social distancing, and all the practices that we know that are so critical to being able to tamp down these COVID-19 numbers and maintain health and safety. So again, until we have the next update, which is going to be in about 2 weeks, stay tuned. Go to the website at abilitypath.org. And if you haven't seen our new website, please check it out. It's absolutely spectacular with all the new rebranding and lots of great information there for all of you. Be well, everyone.